What's going on YouTube? It's your boy VCTRFS coming at you with another episode today. This is part 2 of that FTK kind of special I want to do. Like I said, they're not going to really last a lot long in the format. If you guys have not seen this is my second video. Go back and check the other video. That's my first. FTKs are not going to last really that long in the format, so playing where you got them, basically. If you go to regionals, I highly suggest play an FTK deck. And everyone's like, why would you do that? Because it's an easy fucking first place. Not first place, but it's an easy top to get your regional spot before you actually have to do any actual work after the ban list. If you really think about it, when you get ready for a tournament, got all that practicing, all that strategy shit, you play an FTK deck. There's not a lot of work in it. It's not a lot of like, oh man, I gotta find out how to beat my meta. There's no really meta versus FTK. Besides like DD Crow and Hater Wada, if you get a chance to use a crevice, that's good. But other than that, it's not gonna. Oh yeah, and there's like those Dark World monsters too. I forgot the name of them, but there's different versions of them. That will work. But other than that, there's not a lot of cards really to stop an FTK. You play against FTK, first of all, you're gonna fucking know because he's doing a shitload of things real quickly, chaining the fuck out of you, and you're just like, oh, what the fuck. Second of all, he's gonna win most likely. FTK, the Dragzonia and Frog FTK have great consistency in this format. And they really do a lot of good things. For the person who's playing them, of course. For the guy who's not playing them, and everyone's probably looking at the locals, looking at them, going, look at this son of a bitch playing. How the fuck you dare play FTK deck? This is bullshit. Format allows it. Alright, so now we did the Frog FTK deck. We did like a quick play test with it. I actually got it off. I didn't think I was gonna, because if I didn't get off, I was gonna put it on video anyway. If I did or didn't get off, I just want to make sure, So, you're doing things there, Zodia. You got a pet dragon there. Look at that. Okay. Next, Frog FTK. Like I said, Frog FTK, its biggest weakness is Hater Wada. Hain Wada, Haney Wada, Hand Job Wada, all that shit. Its biggest fucking weakness. Your opponent discards Hater Wada when you're doing especially when you move to get your Ronin Totem out. That's -1 Frog. You got Ronin Totem face up in the field, which is not bad. He got 2k defense, and you have a Match Driver. So if they go MC Heavy Storm, there goes your Match Driver. Good luck trying to draw another one if you don't have another one in your hand. And they're gonna beat the fuck out of you and set a face down all day long. So if you don't get that unifrog off as well as an additional backup, they'll probably have a Dustinado set down that's gonna rip your new asshole. All right, here's the second trial with this deck. Try to see what we get with this deck now. Basically, I'm just giving a quick little game playthrough. If you guys do not know what it is, if you do not know what it is, and you're just playing Yu-Gi-Oh right now, this is basically for you. If you guys know what it is, hey, remember this guy playing this thing? Most people that played for a long while probably played FTK deck at one point in time, and it's pretty silly. Oh, here, let me do some more cutting. Alright, did I cut enough for you guys? Because I know there's a lot of people going, hey, no, he's stacked. That's one more time, just in case some guy's about to type in stack. Okay? Bam. Okay. Draw your hand. 1, 2, 3. See, right then and there, you're getting FTK off. Well, yeah, no, right then and there, you're getting off TK. Discard him, activate him, get Substitute, summon him, and do so many things. But let's see what else you get. This is icing on the cake at this point. Look at that, it's ridiculous. Yeah, and then draw one more card for your turn. Okay, so here's what you got. Now, honest truth, you don't have the FTK. But, what you do have is a setup for your FTK, plus a shitload of pretty things. In this scenario, I would it's risky right at this point, but your hand's not really a factor. I would use one for one, start off, discard Ronin Totem for 1/1. Do your deck, nice pretty cards. I'm going to get a Substitute, by the way. He would be the obvious play in this scenario. Now, remember, it's not really about, okay, I don't have it this turn, I'm dead. It's about, can I get it off at this point in this situation? So you want to run the deck full of out of frogs, so you have a better chance of drawing a card that becomes more useful. And I don't mean the hand's like fully garbage. I don't mean the hand's like fully dead, because you still need 2 in case you want to activate like Moray agreed. But it's still good to use what you have, because you don't really need that shit. Okay, so you got him, right? See him? Okay, you got him. I would do a Chimor Frog kind of setup. Some people go, you can do Swap Frog, or another guy, but I like Chimor Frog as far as the setup. I mean, you get a Scar for him and summon him, that'd be good too, but anyway, I like Chimor Frog as setup. So we're gonna start popping shit. Alright, his effect, pops a frog, sends a frog to the graveyard, get another frog. So, I'm just gonna overturn because it's easier that way. Unifrog, graveyard. That's Frog, graveyard. Flip-flop, graveyard. Put this to the side. Side. This is my little tech card, by the way. Kinkaboyo. It's a friend of mine that actually told me about it, and I actually added one in the deck because I like it a lot. Graveyard. Graveyard. Trying to get a good angle. Save this. This is how you're going to end it with a dupe block. So you'll have some sort of defense. Graveyard. Graveyard. There's a second dupe. Basically, he's going to go to graveyard to get 2 dupes, but we're just finishing it off with him popping any other frog that comes out. Graveyard. Now, he gets brought in the field and he pops to get another frog, but when he gets brought in the field, he'll send Fishbug Blaster. Now, if you don't have a Ronin Totem, if you have a Ronin Totem in there, you want to get Fishbug Blaster. If you don't, you want to go Ronin Totem. 90% of chance you have a Ronin Totem in there, or you got multiple swap frogs. So you pop him. There's another dupe. Yeah, fuck it, you don't need him right now. Mash Driver. There's a second swap frog. At that point, you want to do another Ronin Totem in case you get DD Crowed. Poison Jewel Frog Graveyard. Tree Frog Graveyard. And that's it. So the rest of the shit goes back in your deck. Deck gets all shuffled up. 1 second. Get a nice good shuffle going on here. Look at that. Oof, look at that tech. Cut that like that. Okay. 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 Your hand still consists of 3 cards. And you got a dupe block. Now you end your turn. They go. You know, in this format, it's so easy to get through a dupe block still, especially when we got dupe. If you had trip dupe block, you'll be able to do things. I mean, if you could have brought the other frog for a dupe block or had a hand advantage, I'm gonna choose hand advantage at this scenario just because dupe blocks they'll go Brianna or some silly shit. I mean, they'll have to go extra negative, but against this deck, your opponent can go negative and still win out if you don't get what you need. So I'm gonna consider that the dupe block's been destroyed. It's probably gonna last you 1 turn, if that. So you know the odds of them lasting more, it's pretty hard. So bam, bam. Okay, draw for your turn. You get back. Where is it? Your Treeborn Frog. Okay, Treeborn. Draw for your turn. You drew hand instruction. Okay. Now put a little work into this hand. Play hand instruction. Discarding Poison Draw and Substitute. I'd rather keep him in my hand because he has a lot more options than they do. Draw 2, 1, 2. See, now it gets risky. I mean, yeah, you have it, but the same token is you might not have. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a thing where if they had the Tornado, they got you. And you're gonna have to eventually play it out. I would still, if I had this kind of hand, I would still stall a turn if I have life points left over, because if they extended to get rid of the dupe block, they didn't really do that much damage to me, so you would probably start an extra turn. They'll go draw that. Next card would be something like Salvage. And that's actually, Salvage is a blessing to have right now, because you go Salvage. And remember, you got Treeborn Frog out. Where the fuck is it? I would just to make sure you have the right plays, 2 unifrogs. I'll explain why in 2 seconds. Get 2 unifrogs to your hand, just in case, so you can do this kind of play. You go unifrog, and they do something like torrential. You'll be like, okay. Now you know they have a -1. They used it up. I mean, at the same token, you can go swap frog, bring them back out, and just to be a dick, just do that, get in there for that extra 1,000. You know, discard unifrog, swap frog, get in there for 1,000. Damage, doing even a unifrog damage, 400 damage would have done mad things, but doing 1,000 still would have did things as well. You know, and he's 1,000, so you know they can't bomb this. Or you could have did this way with his hand. I'm saying. I mean, there's so many scenarios with this deck, but hand instruction, draw 2. Yuck. I'm trying to go at the worst case scenario. Mash Driver to get rid of it. You go Salvage. Get 2 cards back. Card instruction. Draw 2. Yuck. That's gross. Play it out. And take more damage. And that's probably what you'll lose, but That's like the worst case scenario with this hand. This, like I said, I mean, you did not get the FTK right off the back with this setup. I mean, this one in this game I did. I'm just showing you if you didn't get the FTK, how would you play it out? Remember, against your opponent's deck, you want to do the odds. Like, what are the odds he's gonna have a Dust Tornado? You know, most people pack 2, so that's what, that's like a 1 out of 20 chance he'll draw a Dust Tornado. Then you gotta, I don't know, it's a lot of math you gotta do. Check my next video. I'll do the math for this. I'll tell you what. Okay, check my next video. Come on, it should be uploading right now. It should be ready by the time you're done with this video. And I'll show you the math about what's the odds of your opponent having against you when you have this.